Okay guys, I am beyond excited. I got this today. I don't know how many of you that are my age, you have to be my age to remember these. These are Christmas albums. This is a Christmas album that my mom had when I was growing up. Ronco Presents a Christmas Present. It's got the snow trees on the front. And on the back, it lists all the songs. It's got all of the traditional Christmas songs. But this is not the best part. Not the best part. This was something that when we decorated for Christmas, this was the very first thing we ever got out. Okay? So, I'm going to show you. Okay? You take the album out and you open it up. And look what's inside. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I used to play with these for hours. With this for hours. One of them is broken. I gotta fix it. But this thing is probably close to 50 years old. But look. This was the equal to a Christmas village that you see today in people's houses. I mean, you got Santa Claus down here reading his list, checking it twice. You got the elves putting presents in the sleigh, and look, there are the tiny reindeer, which granted there's only 6. I guess they didn't have room for 8, but there's 1, there's 7. And then you look over here and there's Frosty the Snowman. And of course, like I said, it needs to be straightened up because it's like 50 years old. But who remembers these? I know I can't be the only one that played with these. They're 3-dimensional, and if you look inside there, there's the other reindeer. So that makes 8 reindeer. Alright, and there's Santa's Toy Shop. I'm going to go kind of slow. I mean, look. You can actually go up the steps. And look. Who's in the kitchen? Santa's wife is in the kitchen making cookies. But you can see all this. I mean, who remembers this? Somebody has to remember this besides me. I have been looking for this for I don't know how many years. And I found it on Amazon. On Amazon now. See, there it is from the back. And if you look in this window here, you can see Mrs. Claus baking the cookies still. My roof's a little crooked. I'm going to have to fix that. But for something that's 50 years old, I know at least 50 years old. Because I'm 50. Look, there's the stove. You see the stove? With the teapot? And there's the other side of the Christmas elves loading the sleigh. I mean, this may not be much to anybody else, but to me, because we lost, when our house burnt that I grew up in, we lost everything. This was one of the things that we lost. And this is tradition, folks. Look, there's Santa's workshop upstairs. So this is something now that I have that I will be able to share with my grandkids. This is one of my traditions that we had. So this will be the first thing that gets put out at my house this year for Christmas. I'm so excited. I just had to share it. It came in today. I was so excited when I got the notification on my phone. I had to come home and open it up. This is tradition, folks. If any of you guys remember this, let me know. I know somebody out there. I know my best friend Jennifer. She had it. She had one. She said she used to play with them for hours too. But this was the equivalent of today's Christmas villages. So we would put the album on, and we would listen to it. And of course, we were poor. We didn't have a lot. So these were my people, my fingers. You know, walking through the Christmas village, going to see Santa Claus. You know, we were poor, so didn't have Barbie dolls or anything like that. But I was excited. I'm so beyond excited. So, but probably only folks my age are going to remember this, or maybe a little older, because I remember this every Christmas when I was little. I don't know how long Mom had it, I really don't know. I don't know if it would tell. And then see, when you get ready to close it up to store it, you just fold it up carefully. You want to fold it carefully. And it folds back down into a flat album. I mean, look, there's a little bit of wear there, you know, along the edges. But as seen on TV, let's see if there's a date on it. Let's see. I don't see a date on it anywhere, but Kissing by the Mistletoe, I Heard the Bells on Christmas Day, Toyland, We Wish You a Merry Christmas. Of course, you all know these songs. So you may not recognize some of the artists. Steve Lawrence and Edie Gourmet. The Mormon Tabernacle Choir, everybody knows who they are. John Davidson. Robert Goulet. You got to be as old as me or older to know who that is. Mahalia Jackson. Jim Nabors. Gomer Pyle. Julie Andrews. The Ray Conniff Singers. Anita Bryant. And the New York Philharmonic. Anyway, I don't see a time or a date on here. But I'm super, super excited. Anyway, thanks for watching. Can't wait for Christmas to get here. Bye.